the sweetest lullaby. I know I'll see you. I'll see you on the other side. Heaven knows how hard it is, but how I won't give up on love. No, I'll see you on the other side, where heaven and earth collide. I can hear the angels singing the sweetest lullaby. I know I'll see you. I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know it's real when it sounds better live. Dang.
For real though.
Oh, guys, stop.
Justin says, wow, instant tears. I'm like, yeah, every time that I hear it, even though I've heard it over and over and over and over.
I love you guys. Someone said, what was a typical day of filming for you all? Waking up at 4 a.m., going to set so tired, sitting in the makeup chair for like an hour each, talking to each other, catching up. Then we start filming, and I got onto set and I got the scripts, and it was so hard for me to learn the lines because it would be one scene and then it would be like, okay, let's go to the next scene. So I didn't have time to learn each one. So I would just be on set, like in front of the camera, learning the lines for the scene that I'm in right now and then the one right after. And then lunch, we all just like cuddled, or Angelique and I cuddled together anything we could. We were very codependent during this movie. We did everything together.
Yeah, we really did. We ate. Anywhere we went, we had to go to the bathroom. It was together.
Together. Like, together. It was.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was.
Someone was asking, how did you get into singing, Tori?
Oh, I've been singing since I could talk. Literally before I could make words, I was singing. And so I got into acting because of singing. That's just always been my thing. But yeah, literally people are like, oh, I started singing a year ago. And I'm like, I've never not known a life without singing. So yeah, I love it.
And probably the other actors sing too. You guys are all multi-talented.
Yeah, everyone is. Angelique is freaking incredible.
Oh, thanks, girl.
You're welcome.
I'm trying to live up to you. Dang.
Yes. Someone said, what was your favorite moment during filming? During filming.
Besides the kiss.
Carter, should we talk about how funny the kiss was?
Yeah, I mean, that was just, it was just such a process. Like, we couldn't stop laughing. We were just laughing the entire time.
I was telling them, we were like, it would have been so much easier if we could have kissed on the mouth. Like, that would have been so...
It was the whole backing up from me. Like, it was literally just like...
I watched that video so many times.
That was my favorite. That's probably my favorite memory. Like, as far as like that's like ingrained in me. First of all, I've seen it on replay on the phone too many times. But there are honestly a lot of moments. Like, overall, when I'm talking about like what I remember, I just remember like how close we all got, which like they joke about, I was kind of pessimistic about, but I really was like open to it. It was more so like, I can't believe that we all still keep in contact. And I lived in the same apartment complex as Tori for maybe a year and a half. Like, we were just always in the same vicinity.
After filming, we were together. So there was a period in time where Carter and I were together every single second. We were never not together. And then Angelique and I, every single, like, literally wake up. I was like, okay, where are we going? Where are we meeting?
I would literally get done. Like, I had just moved out on my own. I had my own apartment, and I would every day be going to acting classes. And after acting class, I wouldn't go home. I would text Tori, I'm out of class. I'm coming now. Like, I'm on my way. She just expected it.
I expected it. I could not live without her. So, yeah. Like, I don't even know why you had an apartment.
For real.
Wasn't
like
necessary.
Your mom, I feel like your mom just got used to me just being there.
My mom would start to buy food for you. She bought a couple of food for you every day because I I don't eat cup of noodles anymore. She was like, Angelique does.
Oh, I miss her.
We have another question from Christopher. He's asking, what is the difference between being an actor and a comedian?
Joy?
It might be for you.
Joy?
I think
apparently too.
yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I think there are some, I think the line is starting to blur now for sure. Like people do different mediums. Maybe actors are more into like the arc of the character and like really like getting into being someone else, or and then comedians maybe are more about the jokes or like more about like I don't know, what making people laugh and being funny. But I think I feel like a lot of people live at the intersection.
I agree.
And would you like to play a really serious straight role someday, Joy?
Oh my gosh, I don't think so. I joke about this. I like just want to play versions of me, but like still three-dimensional me. Not just like I would like to have an arc and things like that. But yeah, am I going to be doing like? Am I going to disappear into roles like Daniel Day-Lewis? Like I don't think so. But that's okay. Like I'm more like Tina Fey. Yeah, versions of myself in every movie.
Do we have any other questions from the audience?
How do y'all prepare for a scene? Well, I couldn't prepare for any of the scenes.
Yeah. No, like I can speak to what Tori's saying. She is not kidding when she says that she was learning lines 24/7 on set. Like before a scene, after a scene, while trying to eat, like any moment she had, she was going over lines. And I was like, did you not do this before? Like, is this really happening right now? And you couldn't tell. Like,
How do you learn every scene of a movie before?
Your short-term memory is impeccable because y'all would call action and she just knew it. She just like became the character. It was so cool.
And I have a bad memory. It was weird. But I remember so for me preparing a scene, so my cousin, who, if you guys are from my Instagram, she's like a sister to me. Her mom passed away when we were little. So throughout the whole movie, I really relied on her a lot for emotional, inspiration. I talked to her a lot about how she felt when she lost her mom. And so for me, when I had the scenes where I did speak about my mom, I was on the phone with her, and just kind of feeling what she felt. So that was the best way I really prepared for the big scenes. And then there was one scene, the church scene, if you guys have watched the movie. Carter was a big part of that for me. He pep talked Bishop for me, and Carter, I wanted him to sit with me on set, just to kind of have some sort of like unity and like family and stuff, for those big heavy duty scenes.
Yeah, no, that actually was, I think that was a testament to most of the bigger scenes. I think everybody was just kind of there for each other. Yeah. I do remember that specifically though. It was freezing outside, and then we were just like kind of, that was Angelique, what you were talking about earlier with the feet thing, that was what I wanted to bring up. And I know this is a completely different part. Yeah. But I think I was having trouble keeping still on that one too, because it was so cold, and I was like rolling down the Tori on the when you were like crying about your mom.
Oh yes,
you know what I'm talking about?
God, it was so cold.
And you can kind of see our breath in there, but it's supposed to be like in the summer when it's supposed to be like 70 outside at night. Yeah. That was not the case.
We were wearing tank tops in certain scenes, and it was like.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we had hot hands and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's one scene you can see. Okay, so there's one scene where you can see me going like this with my hands when I'm running up to Bishop, like when he's running away, and I had like the hot packs in my hands.
Yeah. And I remember the montage scenes when he was like teaching us like karate and stuff. It was freezing. I mean, we're just like jogging outside, trying not to die.
Do you remember, guys, when we were having to do the running like in the montage, and we were like so tired because we all didn't work out.
Yeah.
And also it was freezing. It was like 20 degrees. And we were like, guys, like we love doing this, but we need to like sit inside just for 1 second because it's not good for your body, especially like everyone was like taking good care of us and making sure that we were good, but it was literally.
We were so well taken care of though. Like literally Starla fed us that chili that night. That was the one that hit.
Yeah.
It was a chili for me.
Mama's Homemade Sloppy Joes. Shout out to Mama Donna Nevlin, one of our executive producers.
Aww.
Got all the good recipes.
Well, guys, I've been texting our other producers, Carlos and Marcos D'Amatos, and they say hello. So they can't be on screen, but they're watching the show.
Hello.
Love you guys. We love you.
Miss y'all.
We have another question from Laura. How do the actors feel this experience has changed their life perspective? That was 3 years ago.
It was 3 years ago. We've all changed a lot with this, but it definitely how I acted. Well, for me, this was my first movie, and this was the first anything that I was a lead in. So moving forward, I developed really close relationships with all of like the crew and stuff. So it taught me a lot on how to treat crew members on set and how to make things easier for them. And like, I feel like I learned a lot about behind the scenes things and that I like carried with me on other sets and stuff.
This is not that deep, but I learned how to shoot arrows. I was like, I think before I was scared of it, and then now I'm like, I would do that. I would buy a Groupon and go to an archery.
I think for me, it's just so cool to know that, you know, as actors, we go to like, I mean, sometimes the amount of auditions in just 1 week is like, you can't even keep track sometimes of like all the different characters. But just the fact that one booking can change your whole actual real life and the people that you love. Like if I hadn't booked this one like project, I wouldn't have the friends that I have.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sad, but when I tell you these are like my only friends, I'm not kidding.
Oh, thanks, Angelique. I think.
No, these are my like only friends in LA.
Yeah,
good. We love you.
Like it's hard to start over socially when you move countries, and this made it so easy for me. So I just think it's really cool that you never know how a day in your life can just change the whole trajectory of your future. And for me, going to like this audition did that. And that's still crazy for me to think about.
Someone said, do any of you identify with your character? Well, Carter actually is not paralyzed, so.
Surprise!
Surprise.
Yeah, they work.
I feel like I identify a lot with Sophie. There were some scenes and stuff that were cut out of the movie, but her attitude and a lot of it, definitely like going back and forth with Chloe and stuff, like her attitude and her sass, and definitely like I resonated a lot with that. So it was
real
harder, right? It was easy for me to bring it to the movie, bring it to life. But yeah, I don't know. It was so, I loved her. She's my favorite character I've ever played. But what about you guys?
I mean, I think for me, it's like pretty simple as what I said earlier of like how people can try to fit in sometimes, and you kind of, it's really easy to like sell out to feel like you belong. And I think that at some level, everyone can relate to that. But eventually, like you said, you know, you come out of that and you find yourself, and that's the moral of the story.
Joy.
Yeah, I think I'm like, when I can definitely be kind of shy and quiet and come off like very polite and friendly. But then when I feel more comfortable, then I'll like surprise you by being like, I am, or like, you know, whatever, and like silly stuff like, whoa. So yeah, I don't know if anything I said was a complete sentence, but yeah.
I love those little zingers that you had. Those like one.
They were so fun.
Carter, anything for you?
Wow, I don't know. Definitely at the beginning, I'm definitely like an advocate for first impressions. Not that I sometimes you're not going to be able to, you know, resonate with everybody the way that you want to. And that's kind of one of the biggest challenges of life, is that not everybody's going to view you the way that you want them to. And that's okay. But literally the first impression that, you know, Sophie gets of me is just coming in, and they like, no, Joy, you go, how are you doing? Like, how you been? And I was like, how does it look like I've been? Because I'm literally paralyzed. So I feel like if I was in that situation, maybe I would feel that way. But I don't think that I ever want to come off in a way that people can immediately be like, I don't want to be around him. I'm very inclusive. I love like making sure that everybody's comfortable. So definitely putting myself in that space is, you know, I wouldn't say it's a challenge, because, you know, you can do that with your friends and be goofy and just like play around, but it's not the way that I want people to interpret me. But yeah, I would say that's about it.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. We're going to have to sign off soon here. Is there anything anyone wants to say before we sign off out of the cast?
Thank you for watching the movie and all of the sweet messages that I've gotten. And it's just crazy because all of my fans are so young, and all of them have watched it, literally asking their parents to get it for them. And that's just so crazy to me. So thank you guys so much for watching. And Shay tuning in, she's a sweet fan page. Like, everyone, thank you so much for watching and supporting us. And you guys know, all of our followers and our friends and family, this movie has been talked about for the past 3 years, and it's finally out. And the fact that everyone has stayed excited for this long and has just waited to know all of our character names and just waited for it to come to life is crazy and super, super sweet. So it's all for you guys, and thank you for being a part of it. It's crazy because I have so many fans that will comment and be like, I remember like this day on set from your Snapchat and your Instagram stories, Tori. Like, I remember when you guys were filming this and like this costume and stuff. And it's so cool that everyone is like, it feels like all of our movie, like we've just waited so long for it to come out, and it's freaking here.
Yes. Woo!
So everyone go watch it everywhere and let us know what you think.
Yes, please.
I think for me as well.
Amazon, Fandango now, Google Play, and Vudu.
Yes.
You can watch it currently.
Before we go, I also want to say like thank you to all the creators and like the writer, the director, the producers, the cast. Like, you guys facilitated an opportunity for us actors as people that just want to work and just want to meet friends, and like that's something that's you can't put a value on. So thank you for like making the movie.
It was such a pleasure.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.
Right, guys. Well, you can stay on. We're going to introduce Maggie here shortly, and she's gonna give us a little concert of the songs from the movie for the next half hour or so. If you have to sign off, that's fine. But thank you all for coming on.
Tori, if you could stay on and say hi to Maggie, and maybe you talk a little bit about the recording session.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
I'm signing off, y'all.
Okay.
I love you, Carter.
Fortunately,
it was so good to see you.
It's late for you, Angelique. Get some sleep.
yeah, it's really late for me, but I'm so glad I was able to be a part of this. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye now.
Boy. I just want to give a big thank you to Carlos and Marcos D'Amatos at Cinemills for producing alongside me and Tim. And thank you, Tim, for writing such a beautiful, impactful script.
Yeah, thank you.
You know how much these kind of stories mean to me, and
we thank you.
that God works through you, and I'm glad Piper's there with you to be your inspiration. But I just want to know, Tim, why is it that you do these particular styles of films? What is this your main passion? These types of genres, because I've done 2 films with you already that have that are good family films that have great messages. So is that your thing? Is that your main thing?
Well, I think it's what comes out of me naturally. You know, I had a very good childhood, raised by beautiful parents, a big loving family. So, you know, I'm not edgy, and people have told me, you're not edgy, Tim. And that can be a bad thing, but you know, I kind of go where my strength is, which is celebrating family and love and redemption and things working out. So, you know, I don't think there's enough projects like that. So I'm happy that that's what comes out of me. And
we are too. And I say we because I believe there are many people that want you to keep writing these kind of stories because it's so needed. And you have to search high and low for these kind of stories, and parents and kids, when they watch it, and I've seen people in my life that are young children, they love it and they just come alive. And just thank you so much for following your calling, because I do believe that God works through you with the story.
It was beautiful, and God was there the whole entire movie. He was so present, and it was beautiful. And thank you for letting me have this chance to bring your movie to life. And I love all of you.
Well, you're awesome, and you are a star.
Thank you.
So you also have a lot of humility, which makes you an approachable and lovable star.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I will continue, and you guys will keep me in check always, because we're literally family.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We wish you the very, very best on your next endeavors, Tori.
Thank you.
All right, we have Maggie McClure coming on next. Maggie, are you with us?
I am.
There she is. Hi, Maggie.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us on the virtual red carpet of Camp Arrowhead.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
And Shane, thank you for joining us as well.
Yeah.
Jen, why don't you go ahead and talk about your relationship a little bit? You've known Maggie for a while, and she did original songs in our first movie together, A Cowgirl Story, and of course now Camp Arrowhead.
Yeah. Well, hi, Maggie and Shane.
Hi,
Hey, Tim. How's it going, buddy?
Good. Maggie's birthday was yesterday, so happy belated birthday, Maggie.
Happy birthday!
We've got some more birthday cookie in the other room we're going to eat a little bit too much.
And you didn't invite me?
Really good.
I'll eat a bite for you.
Okay, good.
And Maggie and Shane are a husband and wife songwriting, performing team. You guys, you kind of started a new group called the Imaginaries. Can you tell us about that and how the Imaginaries came into being?
Sure. Yeah. Well, we've obviously been solo artists for a really long time. And Tim, I can't believe this, but we've known each other now for 10 years.
Yeah.
And we've been working together for that long. And that's really cool. And first of all, I really appreciate everything that you've done for us in so many ways over the years. And we love working with you. And it's always a joy and a blessing. So thank you for including
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, we started out doing solo projects, and of course we met through Cowgirls and Angels when you licensed my song Good Morning and Good Night for that. But I've put out 4 albums, and so has Shane.
Wow.
And 5, yeah, we put out a lot. And the first thing that we really did together was a Christmas collaboration. And we just did it for fun.
Right?
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah. And we, write together a lot. So over the years for Shane's projects, he would bring me in to help write for his and vice versa. And a lot of the
our
time.
last 2 records that we did in LA, we did a lot of writing for writing. You guys hear me? Should I talk in the
Yes,
mic? We
I
have a
think
microphone. I don't know if it's helping or not, but yeah.
Yeah. So we, just been collaborating together for a long time. I think we started playing music together in 2007. So it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been a very long time. And a lot of the shows that we play, people say, hey, I want to hear your project together. And it's like, okay, well, I have mine and he has his. And so finally, it felt like the perfect time to start this new band in addition to our solo projects. So my solo project, as you guys know, is more singer-songwriter, pop rock. And Shane's solo project is more blues, rock, guitar influenced. And then our project together, the Imaginaries, it just kind of happened, honestly, because
we had an opportunity to come, and we had a friend that invited us to do this thing called the One Mic series, where we got to go to a recording studio in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. And this was before we even had the name The Imaginaries. We had some songs that we had written. We had a little stockpile of about 5 or 6 songs, and they were songs that we felt like were a new sound. and that we were excited to kind of see where it went. And this producer asked us if we wanted to come be a part of this one mic series where we would go and record 2 songs with the band around one microphone. And so we did that in Muscle Shoals. We met a bunch of studio musicians there. If you haven't seen the documentary, I highly recommend checking it out. It's really cool. And it was just a really neat experience, and it opened up a door to a new sound for us, and we started just exploring what this new thing could be, and that's kind of how the Imaginaries was born.
Yeah, so we started out with a few songs for that project, and we had actually been writing songs for years that didn't really belong on my albums and didn't really belong on Shane's, but we knew they were something, and we're excited because we went back to Muscle Shoals and recorded the album last year, and it's very exciting. We've released 3 singles now, but the album's not out yet.
You can see it. There it is.
You can see it.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, we've released 3 singles so far and music videos to go with them. And it's been a really fun project for us to try something new. It's definitely a more Americana, folk, rootsy sound. So.
Well, let's talk about The Other Side, which is the great song that's Tori sings in the movie. And I think, Maggie, when you and I were first talking about this movie, and I think I said to you, hey, we need her to sing this song about loss. And, you said, well, wait a minute, Shane has, can you tell us how this happened, you guys?
Yeah. It's kind of a really crazy story. I mean, I feel like this song just kind of came down from the sky, and I I just interpreted it, I guess. But I was back in 2016, Maggie and I were kind of back and forth from LA, and randomly I had booked a gig playing at the Will Rogers Airport, where they have a stage, and as a musician, you could just come in and play a couple of sets and make $300 or $400, which is pretty cool, to do on a Tuesday as a musician. So I booked a gig, and this particular gig I was playing by myself, and this guy came up, and he'd heard me from down, at the end of the terminal, and said, man, he came up, listened to a song, talked to me for a minute, said that he was a musician, and that he heard me from down the way, liked my voice, and would love to connect. He was going to be in Oklahoma for a few weeks. So I sent him a text, and we connected the next day, and he said, my friend's playing a concert. Do you want to come? And I said, sure. His friend happened to be Jason Isbell, who is a great singer-songwriter. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but he's really great, and you should definitely check him out. But we went to the concert, and I got to know this guy and found out that he played drums for Sheryl Crow and all kinds of great artists, and he lives in LA. His name is Wally Ingram. And he had came to Oklahoma because his father lived there, and his dad had just passed away. And he didn't really know any musicians in Oklahoma, and so it was like kind of a crazy thing. So we hung out that night, and I thought, well, this is cool, let's keep in touch. And then the next day he called me and he said, hey, I know this is kind of like putting you on the spot, but could I hire you to play at my dad's funeral? And I said, yeah. I just said yeah. I didn't really know. I didn't think about it, I just said yes. And then I was like, oh, what am I going to play? I haven't thought about a funeral song in my entire life, And I mean, I was thinking about playing one, at a show or whatever. It just, to me, it just kind of was like, okay. So I started researching. I asked Maggie, I was like, what do you think I should do? I mean, and then I kind of put it on them, and they kind of put it back on me. They said, just play a song that is meaningful. And I said, okay. So it was like the day before the funeral, and I still didn't know what I was going to play. And I went out on the front porch and had coffee that morning. I grabbed my acoustic guitar, and I wrote the song in about 20 minutes. And Wally had sent me the eulogy that was going to be read about his dad at the funeral, and I was very inspired because, he had done so many incredible things. He had his pilot's license and had flown all over the world and had patents in his name and had done a lot of really exciting things in his life and seemed like somebody who deserved a cool song. So that's what I did. I wrote the song and I played it, and it meant the world to the family. And it was really a cool thing because, it was one of those times where being a musician and having this talent, like I was able to provide that to somebody that needed it, but no one else knew. And it was cool. So the song served its purpose, and we kept in touch. And I ended up recording a demo of it and just gave it to the family. And then I kind of set it on the shelf. I didn't think about it. I didn't know. It was so personal that I didn't know if I was going to record it or what I was going to do. And then I think soon thereafter, that was like in September of 2016. And then I think pretty soon thereafter, you and Maggie started talking about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of how the song came into play.
Yeah, I remember you sending me the script, Tim, and reading through it and seeing all the opportunities for music. And when I read this scene, I was like, oh, wow. And that was the first thing that came to my mind. And I remember you asking me, do you have a song like this? And I was like, well, Shane does. And we could probably rework it a little bit to make it fit
which is
Sophie's character.
That's exactly what we did. So we just rewrote the
Perfect.
We rewrote the verses, and we actually took the second verse and kind of made it the first verse, and then tweaked it a little bit, and it was perfect.
Yeah, and it's I mean, Tori, you did an amazing job.
Awesome job.
You really did.
Like the thing that really, like when I heard, because I wasn't able to come to LA when you guys were.
No, we never got to meet.
I know, but when I heard your version of it, the first thing I was just so impressed with your voice, and your tone is just incredible. You have such great tone, and I was like, she was like, yeah, she only sang it like 3 times. I was like, what? Because I mean, when we were cutting records, we'll sing it past 5 or 6 times, and then we'll do a comp of the final vocal. So
that's how I record. I ended up recording afterwards, like other things, and that's how we would do it. We would do more, but the guy was like, that was it. But looking back now, there's like, I listened to it because it was 3 years ago, and I'm like, I want to change some things like about my voice and stuff. Now when I sing it, it's so much different. And it's just, thank you guys so much for this song. Means so much to my family. And like we were talking about earlier, I lost my grandma, and Maggie was with me in the studio. You allowed me to like record it and send it to her, and she got to listen to it. And I was crying in the studio, and you really wrote such an incredible song that has touched so many people over the past 3 years, but especially my family, and has been such a huge part of my life. And I wish I could just hug you because it's so special to me, and I love you guys, and you're incredible. And yeah, it's awesome. And my first song, like the first song I ever did, and so cool.
Well, seriously, you did an amazing job, and it means the world to us that it was able to mean something for you and your family. And your mom had even reached out on Facebook and kind of told us about that. And so when we saw that, we were just like, oh my gosh, this is so much bigger than all of us and so powerful.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
We have touched so many people. Like all of us with this song have touched so many people, and it's so amazing. I get messages every single day of my fans saying that they just want the song to come out, and they want to be able to listen to it. I've had to like send like the snippet of it to so many of my followers because this one girl, once the music video came out, she's been following me forever. Her mom had died like a year ago, and she related every single word, and she would just listen to it on repeat and cry, and her family would listen to it. And so you did incredible. You've touched so many people. So thank you for being the voice of it.
Thank you. Well, it's so interesting because at the time that I wrote the song, I had not really experienced super deep loss. I just, I'd been really blessed, and, I'd been to great grandparents' funerals, but I hadn't really experienced the loss that I have experienced since the song was written. So it's really taken on a different sort of tone for me. The year after it was written, a good musician friend of mine was killed in a head-on car wreck, and he was only 22 years old, and he was so incredibly talented, and I was kind of sort of a mentor for him, but that first happened, and then I lost my grandmother last year, and then just 2 weeks ago, my grandfather passed away. So
oh my God,
it's been interesting how that song has taken a new shape for me, especially now with performance. So
exactly, and that's for me. My grandma was there when I filmed the song. My grandma was alive when I recorded the song. And afterwards, listening, it was so hard listening to it after she died because obviously I was thinking about her when I was singing it, but after she wasn't here anymore, it's really hard to sing about because I just think about her, and the words perfectly describe my relationship with her. Like I don't even think about it as the movie. I think about it literally as just me singing to her now.
Wow.
Amazing. And you guys put those words better than I could. So thank you.
Cool.
Well, Shane and Maggie are going to perform the song tonight, plus another song that's in the movie. And they've actually done they've actually done their own version of Other Side that Shane sings.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Amazing. I've heard it too. I have some of my friends listening to it as well. We all love it.
Yeah.
Let's say a proper goodbye to Tori then, because Tori, you have to get going.
Yes, I have to get going. I love you guys so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to all my followers watching. I love you guys. Thank you for watching the movie. Sophie says peace out.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Love you, Starla. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, well, yeah, like Maggie was saying, before you guys play, I just want to celebrate the 10 years of working together, Maggie. And it started with Cowgirls and Angels and using your song, Good Morning and Good Night. And then a Cowgirl Story that you appeared in and Shane appeared in, and you wrote an original song for that.
Stop, baby. Maggie's #1 song on Spotify right now. There you go, Tim. You're writing the hits for us. Keep it going.
So it's been a really, really fun collaboration. You guys are so easy to work with, and you're so insightful. And let's do a lot more.
Let's do it.
Yes. Well, we love working with you, Tim. It's so easy. You are pretty much like one of the nicest guys ever, and I don't think that's a bad thing at all. And we love working with you. And like everyone else has said, this movie, I'm so proud to be involved with it. I'm so proud to be involved with all of your films. And they just put a message out there that needs to be heard. Movies like I used to grow up on, that I grew up on, and there aren't many like that anymore. And so thank you for doing that. Thank you for creating the films, writing and directing them, and for including us. And we all have a ball with you. So fun.
Sure. Thank you.
Yes.
What are you going to perform first?
I think we'll do Color It Up first.
Cool.
Sound good?
Yeah, Color It Up is used in a scene where the kids are all helping Percy and Percy's friends paint a house.
Yes, I thought it was used very well.
Perfect use.
Here it is. It's my last solo project that I put out. The title of it, Color It Up. Oh, he's taking a drink. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. We look around and we see the sun smiling down on what today could be. It's up to you, it's up to me. What kind of life it's gonna be? It's gonna be. We got to color it up, color it up, color it up, color it up. Make the world around us come alive. Why don't we color it up, color it up, color it up, color it up. Make the world around us come alive. We're gonna make the sky shine. Some people, they only see the black and the white, nothing in between. But we see the blues, the reds and greens come into life so beautifully, so beautifully. We got to color it up, color it up, color it up, color it up. Make the world around us come alive. Why don't we color it up, color it up, color it up, color it up. Make the world around us come alive. We're gonna make the sky shine, shine so bright. Shine your light, shine. see. Shine so bright, shine your light. Shine so bright, shine for all to see. Shine so bright, shine your light. Shine so bright. We got to color it up, color it up, color it up, color it up. Make the world around us come alive. Why don't we color it up, color it up, color it up, color it up. Make the world around us come alive. We got to color it up, color it up, color it up, color it up. Make the world around us come alive. Why don't we color it up, color it up, color it up, color it up. Make the world around us come alive. We're gonna make the sky shine. Come on, let your light shine. We're gonna make the sky shine bright.
Oh,
How's the audio?
good job.
Thank you.
I love that song. And last time I was in the Pacific Theater's lobby, back when we could go to movies, they were playing Color It Up over the system. It was really cool.
That is so cool. Yeah, you called me, right?
I did.
That is so awesome. How fun.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Well, maybe we'll get to hear it there sometday when they open back up. How cool is that?
Yeah.
What a crazy time for the film industry, right? I guess a lot of movies are going just direct because the theaters aren't open. Is there
Yeah.
any private theaters like you can rent out, like, or those smaller ones? Is that not a thing?
That's not a thing.
Okay, everything's still closed in California.
Yeah. Yeah.
Theaters open.
I think
Oh, well.
the virus is over in Oklahoma in some places. It's like life is resuming as normal.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's definitely a blessing
Movie
that we
theaters
had
not
our
back.
film, it's definitely a blessing that we had our film ready at this time, since there's no other
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it's actually great. Yeah.
great time with a good message. People are just want to take a breath of fresh air, and I think this
Yes.
film actually did it. And of course, the music went along perfectly with it. Very positive and uplifting
Thank
and
you.
emotional.
Aw. Yeah, I agree with you. I couldn't agree more. I think this film has come out at the perfect time. And we have been sharing it like crazy, and we will continue to do so. And glad to be a part of this event tonight.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah. Awesome. So are you guys going to play Other Side now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is our version released under the Imaginaries called Other Side. So the choruses are the same. The bridge is pretty much the same. The verses are a little different. So, but it's just another version of the song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ready?
Okay, here we
What
go.
are you doing out there?
Ready? Count off. Dorian.
Yeah. 1, 2.
I'm thankful God gave me you to help me find my way, to always see me through. Now I'm holding on to the memory and the never-ending love you gave your family. This is not our last goodbye, so know I'll see you on the other side, where heaven and earth collide. I can hear the angels singing the sweetest lullaby. I know I'll see you on the other side. with so many hands. You gave me confidence to believe, and the courage to go chasing after my dreams. Because of you, I'm who I am. Oh, I see you on the other side, where heaven and earth collide. I can hear the angels singing the sweetest lullaby. I know I see you on the other side. Heaven knows how hard it's been, but I see you again. I know I see you on the other side, where heaven and earth collide. I can hear the angels singing the sweetest lullaby. I know I see you. I know I see you on the other side, where heaven and earth collide. I can hear the angels singing the sweetest lullaby. I know I see you. I see you on the other side. See you on the other side. This is my last goodbye.
Thank you.
Awesome, guys. Wow.
Where can we find this song? Can you let everyone know?
Yeah, well, the soundtrack, first of all, Camp Arrowhead official soundtrack is on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere you listen to music. And our version, Other Side, is on there, as well as Tori's version. And the song you heard first, Color It Up, is also on the soundtrack, as well as my song, Sunshine.
And then Percy's song as well.
And Percy's song, What Can I Say?
Which
So
you guys wrote together.
Yes.
You and Tim.
yes, we
I
should
helped
also
produce.
mention that. Yeah, I always love when you ask me to work with you, Tim, because you're like, okay, here's this. Now, this is what I want to turn it into. And it's always so fun to take what your ideas and help you bring them to life. And this one was really fun for What Can I Say, and totally outside of, what we all normally do, but so much fun. And we had a blast producing those tracks with our friend Mitch Bell here in Oklahoma, and just so much fun. So yeah, all of those songs are on the soundtrack. Sunshine is on there. I think it might be towards the beginning, which is in the trailer, as well as Other Side. And so yeah, it's on all digital platforms, so people can check it out there.
Well, you guys are so authentic, and I know that you make music because you just love making music and you can't stop making music.
Exactly.
Right?
We'd be lying if we told you we did it for money. One of these days, right?
Yeah. I feel the same way.
I think we're all making a huge difference with this project. And I think that it's going to open some doors for all of us. I really do believe that. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's next and what's up ahead for all of us.
Definitely.
Yeah, Tim.
Starla, how we doing time-wise?
We're good. I mean, we can wrap it up. I think go ahead.
Maggie and Shane, what are you guys doing next? And how have you been coping with the pandemic and, keep on doing what you love?
Yeah, so well, we've been doing a lot of, we started a little series that we would do weekly called Quarantunes. And doing a lot of Facebook Live concerts just like this, just sort of to be able to continue performing, because it's like kind of so weird to just stop, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So we've been doing that. We've been doing a lot of writing and recording. I'm getting ready to do a little trio project with my blues rock band, and which I'm really excited about. We're recording in a few weeks. And then for the Imaginaries, we're going to be doing some videos, some live videos soon, hopefully.
Yeah. I'm with, this whole pandemic, we've taken it as an opportunity just to be as creative and productive as possible. So like I mentioned, we've released a few singles and music videos, and Starla, just like you said, it's a great time to be releasing content. And it's also been a really difficult time because with our album release usually comes touring. So we've had to adapt for sure. But we are making the most of the time, and really proud of the videos that we've put out recently, and just keeping busy for sure. So yeah, everybody can stay tuned with us, on social media. We're Imaginaries Band, Maggie McClure, Shane Henry Music. You can find us on everything and follow along, and we'll probably be playing another Facebook concert soon.
Okay.
Great. Thank you guys so much for joining us and bringing the music from Camp Arrowhead into all of our homes.
Yes, thank you.
Concert setting. Since we can't do it in person, this has meant a lot to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to all of you on a really special project. And again, we're very, very grateful to be involved, and very excited about it. So thank you.
Well, you guys are super blessing for the project and to work with you over the years, and here's to many more.
Absolutely.
Yes, agreed.
Okay.
Thank you all.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Y'all
Thank you. Thank you, Starla, for being our MC.
Yes.
Kudos.
You're welcome. Thank you, Tim, for co-hosting me, being the other MC. Thank you to Russ for doing all the behind-the-scenes work and bringing up all our videos and letting all our people in and making sure all that was lined up really nicely. And once again, you can watch Camp Arrowhead on iTunes, Amazon, Fandango Now, Google Play, and Vudu. And tell us what you think of the film. Leave a review on Amazon or any of those other platforms. We'd love to hear what you think.
Good night. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.